Hello, dope traders. Okay, so I got a tick over here. It looks like you could have gotten a whole bunch more. However, I had actually accidentally entered on the wrong chart, so I wasn't sure how long it had actually been on that area before. And it was more or less not about that area, but I wanted to take the first pullback. So I thought I would just get out quickly. So we got our tick, and we're happy about that. And we're slowly making progress and watching the market for anything that could come. I'm going to move this screen down a little bit so you're going to see a floating chart because I like to make it in the middle. But that's just aesthetics. Obviously, our brains are wired to look at the world in a certain way, and so if we can make our brains comfortable, then that's a good thing for trading because our brains can sometimes view things differently than a computer can, and we like patterns. So that is a small part of trading, obviously, to feel comfortable and to eliminate anything that can make us feel uncomfortable, because we need to have focus, precision, razor sharp focus for as much as we can. That's something to work on as traders, not to be distracted by the little things. There's so much else out there to distract us already. So that's a very important thing that we have to work on. Something that we're saying over and over again is that trading is not some magical intent. Like, it's not like a matrix, like take the blue pill, take the red pill. Are you in? Are you out? You're just gonna know what to do. Trading is about racking in the ticks. It's about not making big, stupid, long losses that can blow an account. And so we have to have these things to work on ourselves, to work on our character traits, and to try to make it so that we can be mentally there and not get pressured into doing stupid things. Okay, so we are going to be watching the market, hopefully like a hawk, to try to find some good trading opportunities. Maybe one is coming up now. All right, so there's a little pullback over here, and then selling started to pick up again. So I got in. I was filled at 69.50, and I would have at least taken a couple ticks from that, but I ended up placing my stop at my take profit at only one tick. So it's like it's the moving the mouse so fast, I kind of overshot it by a tick, but at least we got out with a profit. Very, very quick trade, and we're very happy about that. I let me depending on how far and how fast down this goes, I might go to a buy. Um, I hate so much to take buys over here because it's a low trend day, but sometimes you can get a tick, so I'm probably not going to take it. But look, yeah, we got a tick, two ticks, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ticks. Yeah, so okay, could have happened, but now you have to wait for the next setup, and better safe than sorry. All right, so now that we are doing that, let's focus on somebody who really wants to make money. They might be greedy. They might go in over here again. I don't think that's such a good idea because we've already had this little move up, and so we would risk going down even further. And this is the reason actually I hate taking counter trend trades, because the overall trend of the day and of both sessions is down. So now, we had a nice little bump up here for a few ticks, but sometimes it just flies past here and then it comes back up to recover. And that I really hate, because if it flies back down here, if it could fly down the whole way. So so it's very likely somebody's going to get stopped out before it recovers, if it ever does. So I think the best thing in this case is just to go with the trend. And it was to go with the trend. On one hand, if you wait for too many retests of this support, then the people that were buyers can kind of they already took their profit, and then the price can just keep on going down. Or on the other hand, maybe that's a sign, triple bottom, if it keeps on bottoming out, then maybe the narrative you wanted to say is that there were all these sellers and they couldn't go past down the support. So this support. So we never know what exactly the narrative is going to be. That's why I feel like it's just a little bit better to stay with the trend, as unscientific as that is. And let's keep our eyes open for the next trade. All right, everybody, please forgive me. So I actually took another trade. I thought that there was some buying starting to come back, and prices kind of stopped going down. So while I was talking, I missed what I considered it to be an opportunity over here to enter at 64.25. So I ended up entering at 64.75 and getting out at 65. So for a tick. So I guess that's probably, I would have gone 1 tick or 2 ticks before if I would have taken that trade. So anyway, as I was talking, I kind of had a little bit of FOMO, so it's kind of not so good I traded. It kind of is good I traded. I thought there was a chance that I would at least make some money, which we did. All right, so now we're going to hopefully wait for the next area and the next pullback, or for the next rotation of buying to selling. All right, so there was a whole bunch of selling going on here. I thought we could at least get 1 tick. We ended up getting 2 ticks after waiting for like 10 minutes. So that, like, 2 ticks a minute. Oh my gosh, that was way longer than we like to be in a trade. This is something that I'm struggling with. I'm looking at my trade now. These flatlands, the flatlands, problematic. I'm just going to draw a square about it to remind me for the rest of the day. I have a feeling that this is where I have struggled as a trader. This is called a flatland. Flat is something that is not wavy, and wavy is something that is good when we like to trade. Waving trades can be like a broken slot machine. Flat lands, if you get in, at least if you get in at the bottom of a flat land, it's like walking into a wall. It is very, it's not intelligent. It's not an intelligent thing. Intelligent people don't do that. So, let's kind of look and see if there's anything to prevent that. Yeah, okay. So that's just something we have to do. We have to try to get in when there's a good rotation, when selling is likely to pick up again, and also if it's very close to a resistance, or if it's very close to support. But if you have a flat land, then and you get in at the bottom of a flat land or the top of a flat land, that is just increases your stop unnecessarily. So we have to wait for good entries. We have to wait for entries that are close to supports and resistances, and then we can even let our entries be lower and our entries can be less. That is part of our edge. Our edge has to be smaller stops. I'm honestly still trying to work that out, because like, let's say you have a day where you have like maybe -2 ticks, -3 ticks, maybe even like -6 ticks. But sometimes if you get in, if with your edge, if you get in when you see that buying is starting to pick up again, and you get in very close to a resistance, and you sell there, you do short sell there, you're getting very close to support and you buy there, again going with the trade of the day, so you have the potential for a large uptick, and you can make, we're talking about points, we're not talking only about ticks. So that's something that we have to try to look for, a confluence of factors, where, I don't know if the word is confluence of factors. I'm trying to be very honest with these trading videos to try to fix myself. And so when we are in a trade, number one. Number two, we have to have another reason, selling to starting to pick up. Something maybe in the correlated market that is going to hint to us that now is a good time to look for a trade in the direction of the trend, and then to have a stop, and then to try to get in to protect our capital and have the market move down. So that's what we are trying to focus on. I don't know if our stop necessarily has to be like 1 or 2 ticks past the support and resistance. Maybe that's not even a good idea. But whatever it is, we have to find. We have that I think is the main thing that I'm thinking about right now. We have to have a trend. We have to be with the trend, and we have to be getting in close to a support or a resistance. And as somebody once said a long time ago, and I think that this is something to inculcate. Something I have to inculcate is we can try to get in like 1 or 2 ticks or more ticks even behind our entry point, and that can also be an edge that we have to follow. Okay, so there's all types of things we're trying to think of in our head and to try to keep with us with our meditation as we're trading along.